been all quiet on the Kevin Durant front. It's been quiet on the Donovan Mitchell front, but the Kevin Durant front's gotten particularly silent since he demanded his trade on trade deadline day. And, the Heat were one of his preferred destinations. It's them and the Suns, although everybody seems to say the real preferred destination is Phoenix. I don't really understand why, but okay, good for Kevin Durant. Phoenix is dealing with this whole DeAndre Ayton thing, but a lot of the reports, but they're not even into DeAndre Ayton. Like, remember, their first report was they want Devin Booker. And Devin Booker's not going anywhere. It's silly for them to say that. And now you have a report that the Timberwolves inquired about Kevin Durant. And apparently, according to
the team that just traded for Rudy Gobert.
Rudy Gobert, yeah.
Wow.
So they're
that? Rudy Gobert, and they just Rudy Gobert, Karl Anthony Towns, and KD on the same team.
Yep.
Goodness.
Well, I don't know if they would have traded for Rudy Gobert if they would have traded for Kevin Durant. Hard to say, because here's what the Timberwolves, when they asked about Kevin Durant and his availability, according to Yahoo's was it Chris Goodwill, I believe is his name? Vince Goodwill, excuse me. He says what he heard back was that the Timberwolves, in response to asking what they for KD, he said that the Nets requested 4 first-round draft picks, Karl Anthony Towns, and Anthony Edwards for Kevin Durant.
Really?
That's lashing out. Brooklyn, you're lashing out.
Can I just tell you, you ever do some, you want to get a few estimates, you want to get a roof done.
Yeah.
Right? And a roofer comes over and you tell him what the job is, and you can tell he don't want to really do the job, but he gonna put in an offer, and it's a ridiculous offer, so you say no.
Yep.
That's kind of what that sounds like.
That's lashing.
It sounds like Brooklyn wants to go to KD and tell him we're doing everything we can to get a trade, but nobody's being serious with it. Meanwhile, it's them.
Yeah, absolutely. Because it's like if you were so essentially for the Heat, I mean, like, you're saying we want Jimmy Butler, Bam Adebayo, and first-round picks. Like, all right, so this is the talk we're going to have. Because I know what they've said. Oh, we want 2 all-stars and the biggest haul ever. And I know everybody keeps saying this. Like, oh, it's going to be the biggest haul ever for Kevin Durant. And I get it. He's one of the best out there. But you're never going to get anything that you're satisfied for Kevin Durant. It just never works like that.
They're not doing that for you. They're doing that to try to get KD to the basketball season. Because if you get him playing basketball, if things are going well, because Kyrie got something to prove too, if they end up going if they're 20-5 or something like that, is KD still going to say I want out? So you still...
So you're hoping like it's the Kobe Bryant situation, like it all just works itself out.
Right. That's what they're doing. Because you're asking for ridiculous stuff.
Yeah.
But you are asking for something, which means you're listening just in case somebody actually does it.
But this is the thing.
They're doing this for KD. They're not doing it for the other teams.
Yeah, and this is the thing for KD. Like, he's a great player, one of the best of all time. I'm not trying to deny that, but no one is going to trade half of their team for him. Like, it's just
in the same position that he's in now.
No, it's just
it's not with a new uniform.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen in that way. So I don't know. I don't know if they really get to a point where does he have a trump card that really forces their hand? I don't know if that's the case. I think that typically the Stars do get what they want.
He's a Republican? I didn't know that.
No, I don't. That's not what I was referring to. That's not what I was referring to. But I wonder. I do like. Does he have an extra play here? I don't know. I think that
has nothing. All he can do is make the demand, and you can do something to get it done, or you can do something to say you tried. Right now, they're doing something to say they tried in hopes of getting KD in a Nets uniform and the season started.
Yeah, because if you're going to go out there and you're going to say, well, we want an all-star quality player, one, I would get it. Like if I don't think it's ridiculous for the Wolves if like they called the Wolves and they said, "Hey, we want Anthony Edwards. That's who we want." If we were the net, I don't think that's crazy. Like you think that Anthony Edwards could be a superstar?
I do. I think he's going to be a stud.
Yeah, I do too. But if I'm the Wolves, I think that I don't know if I'm like, man, am I going to give up a guy when he's 21 years old and he is going to be looking like one of the faces of the league? He's charismatic. He's got all those qualities. I don't know if I'm going to give that up for a guy who's 34 and all that. Especially if I pair him next to Karl-Anthony Towns, is that good enough to win the title? I just think you only make the move if you're a franchise if you can add him next to your all-stars. So for the Heat, like I only make the move if I can add him next to Jimmy and Bam, because otherwise, how do I guarantee myself a championship? How do I guarantee myself an actual look at the finals? Otherwise, you're looking at it and saying, all right, maybe. I think right now, like Kevin Durant is at the point where it's like, yeah, maybe he goes out there, but he was out there with Kyrie and got swept by the Celtics. You were a shot away from beating the Celtics with the roster that you got.
Right. I would say this is that if you make the trade, you're going to have to give up one. I just think that
either you have to give up. When you say one, you mean Bam
or Jimmy?
Nah.
I'm not into it. You might be able to make it work with the other guys, right? But they have a lot of those players. So they have shooters, right? They have a point guard who's ball dominant in Kyrie. So what would Tyler, how would they do the Tyler Johnson thing with Tyler Hero and add more or add less defense to their roster? So yeah, that's what I look at. I look at
I'm just thinking
a lot of the pieces that Miami has to offer, the Nets already have.
Yeah, I get it, but I just think that I don't think Kyrie's going to be there. So I don't think that's.
You think he'll get traded before? Who gets traded first, Kyrie or KD?
Kyrie.
I think they start the season playing. And here's the thing: the only way Kyrie can get traded, or the only way Kyrie can eventually get that max that he wants, is to play basketball.
My whole thing with the Heat is I want them to add to what they have and improve. So it's like when you tell me that I'd have to give up a Bam for Kevin Durant, I get it. I'm not trying to say that Bam is better than Kevin Durant, but he's going to be 25 years old, and he's one of the.
If your team better though,
yeah, I don't think it is. I just think that
you don't think if you had KD on this team instead of Bam, you don't think the team is better?
They were one in the East, dude. They were.
Okay,
he's 20,
the years,
and he's one of the best. But he's like we got to stop acting like basketball is a one-way street. Like he's the best defender in the league, and can give you 25 and 10. Like that,
he can't give you 25 and 10. He'll give you.
Okay, well, he did it twice in the Eastern Conference Finals, Leroy.
What?
Gave you 25 and 10.
Okay.
He did. Like when everybody's looking around here and they want to blame him because he's not aggressive, like he gave you.
Like I get all that, but I'm saying you don't think your team is better if you took Bam off of it and put KD on it?
I don't think they're title good. Like I think, yeah, maybe you'll be flashy. I don't know if you win. Like, do they win the series with Kevin Durant? Maybe. I don't know.
Dude, they scored 80 games in a playoff game.
That was a big problem
in 2022.
That was a big problem. But the only reason that they were in some of these games was because they were able to stop people. He's a big reason for that.
All right, I got you. I think you're on an island with this one.
I'm sure I am. But I just think that, like, if we're going to talk about with the way this East is stacked up right now against Giannis and the Bucks getting Middleton back and the Celtics, Tatum and Brown getting more into their prime, them adding Brogdon. We're talking about Philadelphia maybe being a little bit healthier. Like, if I'm going to make the move and I'm the Miami Heat, I feel like the move is you bring in KD with your two All-Stars. That guarantees you're the favorite. Like, I think the point of trading for Kevin Durant is to guarantee you're the favorite. And we've clearly seen that Kevin Durant and just another guy is not the favorite in the East. No matter what the odds makers tell you, they got swept.
Right.
So,
I mean, like, seasons change or years change from, things get better or worse from year to year.
yes.
Like you're making it sound like every team is just going to continue. Doesn't really work like that.
Well, I think, but that's my. I don't
think Brooklyn's better if Kyrie plays a whole season.
Yeah, probably a little bit better. But they had him in the playoffs. They had him in the playoffs. Stunk up the joint.
Yeah.
Texter writes in, Tobin is out of his mind. If we have KD, we beat Boston. Oh, well, he didn't beat Boston once. So what do you got to say about that one, Texter?
Ooh.
He had an opportunity to beat Boston, not in a series, just one time.
Ooh.
And he got swatted by Jason Tatum. Was looking like a mix between Gary Payton and Ben Wallace against Kevin Durant.
It's true.
So you tell me, dude. You tell me. You're so eager to be rats off a ship on Bam Adebayo. That's fine. I know that he gets criticized a lot. I know that's my guy. But I'm just saying, Kevin Durant didn't. I'm not asking for Kevin Durant to win a series. I'm asking, hey, can he win a game against the Celtics? Because Bam did one by himself in Boston. He went and won a game by himself. So you tell me, dude. You tell me.
Look, I like Bam too. I love Bam.
Wow.
Okay. But if you're telling me, and you can say with a straight face, that the Heat wouldn't have been better with KD instead of Bam, you're crazy.
Wow. All right. Well, guess what? Now it looks like I got something for old media day. Congratulations.
What?
Well, if you're gonna call me out on all my takes, if I'm gonna get all
no. Your takes are totally different.
Nope. I'm saving that one.
Hold on. KD is better than Bam.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. You say
Bam was right, dude.
Wow.
I'm going out on the limb with this one.
Wow.
Bam was
I'm
right.
going out on the limb with this one.
I don't know.
You think I'm on an island?
I don't know.
All right, dude.
Idiots. Both of you. Go ahead. You too, yes, man.
Bam was right, dude. Bam was right.
Listen, you think what you want to think. I'm not gonna stop you. Interesting.
Look at that. I'm looking at two idiots.
Lashing out.
I'm not lashing out at all.
Lashing out.
I'm like, that's the reality of it. I don't know what to tell you.
Always Bam. All right, let's give you a little stock market open here, which is brought to you by QC Kinetics. If you've got chronic pain and want to avoid surgery and steroids, call QC Kinetics for your free consultation. You can call them at 954-787-PAIN, 954-787-PAIN. Call them today for your free consultation. All right, let's bring up the stock market. I should have probably had that already while I was gonna, do the update there. But you know what? I can
do this.
The Ticket
Wow.
is the home of every Miami Heat game. WAXY South Miami and WSFS HD2 Miramar, an Odyssey station.
The Dow is down 116 points to start the day, while the NASDAQ is down 155 points. Why is that? What's going on in Utah? Oh, man. All right. Headlines. Marlins lost 10-0. They look to bounce back tonight. Pablo Lopez on the mound. And, hopefully they get it right. They need to win some of these games against the Mets. I mean, really, dude. Like, you just hosing them down like that.
Who am I hosing down?
You're just hosing them down like that.
I didn't hose down nobody.
You're hosing them down.
Me saying KD is better than Bam?
Wow. Okay.
Wow, dude. Again.
Wow.
He's doing it again.
Wow. Just enough.
Messed up, dude.
The guy will sit here and he'll lay his body down for Victor Oladipo, and he's just going to do Bam like that. Bam was
I'm
right.
not doing Bam like nothing.
I bet you wouldn't say
better
that
if I said KD is better than Victor Oladipo?
Wow. Okay, dude.
Look, just go ahead. Yeah, sure. Didn't realize you were lashing out today, dude.
Leroy the KD lifer.
Gosh, man.
I'm not a KD lifer.
I like.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you had to start a team, you're starting with Bam over KD.
What am I starting this team to do? Just as a draft?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take KD, I guess, first. I mean, I don't want to do. I feel like I get Bam value pick.
And so is what I'm saying so crazy?
Well, in a draft, you like to look for value, so I'll get those people sleeping, So they'll be sleeping on Bam, and I'll get them later in the draft. Idiots.
Or counterpoint, KD is a stud, and you want a stud to draft first.
Jimmy was a much better player than him last year in the playoffs. Jimmy was the best player in the playoffs. Maybe KD should think about joining. Maybe KD should take a page out of Jimmy's book.
Look, nothing against Jimmy either. I love Jimmy. KD's better than Jimmy.
Well, is he?
What's going on over here?
Is he? Coattail ride? You don't think? Let me ask you something. You don't think Jimmy Butler could have won a couple rings next to Steph Curry and Klay Thompson?
I mean, Klay didn't really do anything.
And we're talking pre-injury Klay.
Yeah.
Before you hated him. Or have you always hated him?
No, I did like him back then.
Yeah, okay.
Show pony.
You guys.
I mean, they were a bunch of show ponies.
You have really turned it up a notch on this Friday.
What are you talking about?
What am I talking about?
I just like I root for my guys. I root for the Heat.
So do I.
Well,
this not saying that was wrong or out of the ordinary or crazy.
Yeah, you said you hated Bam.
No, I didn't say that.
Yeah, more or less.
More or less. Try less.
You think Kevin Durant's feeling clean after getting swept this season? I'm just wondering.
I'm like, let's tie this. Let's get it all. Let's put all the groceries in the bag. You know how he says something, you're scared, right? So I'm like,
I'm trying to figure it out,
right? I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just let him go ahead on and put the groceries in the bag. I ain't gonna try to help him, nothing, because yeah, you gave him a +1. I was thinking on the other spectrum.
Dade South calls him the Slim Sweeper.
Hey, it's funny. Y'all got all these names. Y'all got all these names. If KD end up in Miami, y'all gonna be happy.
Oh yeah, but only if Bam's here too. I want him here. Come on, dude. I don't want a team that's no Heat players. Like nobody we drafted, nobody we built through.
If you build a team, you're gonna always have 15 Heat players.
So it's just gonna be like it's gonna be KD and Strus.
No.
Because Strus is going in a sweetener.
The thing about the Heat is they do have other pieces that they can give that would be kind of needed. However, like I think Tyler and Kyrie do the same things. You know what I mean? So
yeah, but this goes back to my point of why I would be interested in Kyrie. Like, I'm interested in Kyrie because there's no market for him, and I believe if you add Kyrie to the roster that they have, basically you're swapping Kyrie out for Kyle Lowry. I love that. I think that's a great move. I know that he's kooky, but
you got no problems with just trading guys like it.
I do have a problem. I'm having a problem trading Bam for Kevin Durant. So what are you talking about?
No. But not Kyle Lowry.
Well, I mean, his hamstrings don't work. I don't know what to tell you.
He had a pull hamstring. A pull hamstring.
I know, and he's also going to be 37. So excuse my discomfort.
You didn't say any of these things before they brought Kyle Lowry in.
You're right. What I said was never wanted him, fat, and then you yelled at me. Now, he turned out to be low dog during the season. Great regular season. I loved low dog during the regular season. Postseason low dog, a lot of my fears came to fruition. Lowry.
There you go.
If you can hold on, let me ask you this. So you're telling me Kyle Lowry for Kyrie Irving and picks. You're not doing that?
You're getting picks, right?
Oh, you think you're getting picks for? No, you're not getting picks. You got to give up picks.
No, you ain't. Why would you give up picks? Nobody wants Kyrie.
Because a little sweetener, make it happen.
No, you don't need a sweetener.
Well, they got to take on an extra year of Kyle Lowry, So
okay, so that
sweetener.
So you're doing the Osweiler trade. Take our quarterback and we'll give you a draft pick.
Kind of.
That's what they did with Baker.
All right, what about this? What about Kyle Lowry and Jovic?
No.
Really?
I'm not a big fan of trading guys before you have any idea what they're going to be.
All right. Because that would essentially be the Kyle Lowry trade. It was Goran and Precious. I'm essentially doing the same thing. I'm giving you Lowry and Jovic for Kyrie.
No, but Precious played.
Precious did play, but not much by the end. He was kind of benched.
Okay, but again,
he played a lot this year.
You saw him play. It was a lot easier to get rid of.
Now, I'm scared. Listen, I think Precious is going to be good. I'm scared of what they gave up in Precious. I'm more scared of what they gave up in Precious than I am with the Jovic.
Really?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Because he hasn't played.
Well, Jovic had those two stinkers. It's tough to know.
Oh my God!
We'll see if he rides the momentum going into this Las Vegas Summer League.
Are you?
I really can't keep track anymore, dude. I really can't. I just don't even know.
And it's coming because he gives the warm-up noise. Nah! like he does that. Like I feel like a message is an Amber Alert's gonna come over my phone when you go, nah, we got some issues.
We'll take a
he
quick
just
break.
got here.
Stunk.